Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Unplayable. This is the first episode of our series, Can It Beat Sabine? So we released a video talking about how good we think Sabine is and how we think it's the deck to beat. So now we're going to try and do that. Jay, we already played this game. So
Yes.
You already know what's going to happen, but do you have any thoughts before we get started here?
This is the one game that we will not be able to see Mike's hand because we screwed up the recording.
Yeah. Good call out for sure. So
But all the future ones you'll be able to see both hands.
Yep. Yeah. So we're just going to basically comment over the game that we already played, talk about maybe some of the plays that we made and what we think of the matchup. It's a best 2 out of 3. We didn't sideboard in between games. Maybe we'll do that in the future, but yeah.
When there's more cards available, I feel like sideboarding will be more relevant, but it's like
for sure. Yeah.
There's not that many cards.
All right. Well, let's get into this. I'll hit play. We'll go.
Let's see if I can beat old Stank Tooth over there. So you're playing Luke yellow.
Yes.
And I'm playing Sabine yellow. And we both run in the same base. What's the premise of your deck? Obviously we already went over our side of the board. With the previous video.
We did, yeah. So this Luke deck is very mid-rangey, trying to play characters, units on curve, and hopefully shield them if I get a chance and outvalue you in whatever arena we're playing in. So that's the goal, anyway.
Yeah, well, we haven't started yet because we're chit-chatting before we go live.
Yep.
We had to do our little clap so we can line it up.
All right, there's your opening hand. Okay, we're rolling off as well. Do you keep this opening hand?
I think so.
Okay.
I think I do because I have two 1 costs.
2 1 drops. That's not too bad.
Yeah. I'm like, this is pretty nice. Because like you can go Greedo and the Cantina Brawler. And I inked Dodonna. I think the Dodonna is just a little slow. Like you can get good value off of them as soon as you play them, but you have to have a bunch of stuff out. Plus, I figured I would go Braggart, Greedo, turn 1, turn 3, go red 3. Oh, yeah. Clearly not. No, Ezra. Because I have
really good.
Yeah, because you're gonna run out of cards in this deck pretty quick if you're playing a bunch of 1-drops. So Ezra lets you just play off the top of your deck and gives you like an extra hand every turn, basically, or extra card in hand.
Yeah, so I'm gonna pause it a second as well. The other things, I think those 2 cards made a lot of sense to resource because your first turn play, neither of those are rebels and neither of those are heroes. So you're not going to get much value out of Dodonna or out of red.
That's exactly what I was thinking.
So, yeah.
Yep. Good call, coach. The other thing too is that the Rebel Pathfinder, I think is what it's called, because you're playing Luke, so Saboteur will be really good against shields.
Yep, for sure. And the first play that I make here, playing Arc 170 in space, I'm doing that mostly. I'll hit play. I'm doing that mostly because that is probably my only 2-drop in my hand.
Yeah.
It's a little rough to go first, I think, against an aggro deck where you want to be able to contest whatever arena they're playing in. So that would have been okay if Jay had dropped a A-Wing, but because he's dropping 2 ground units, it's kind of rough because I get to heal 1 and deal 2 damage to him. I don't really care about dealing damage to him. Healing 1's nice, but you have 5 uncontested damage in the ground arena.
Yep. So here I draw my 2 and I have to choose what I'm gonna ink. I think that I'm thinking about how many resources I'm gonna have. So I could play Sabine in the Spec Outforcer, or I could play Ezra, or I could play the Rebel Pathfinder. Your guy is in space, so I was like, I don't know if I'm gonna need Saboteur right now, so I just went with the more aggro package.
For sure.
I have no clue what you're inking over there.
Neither do I.
You're talking about it. You're wiggling your hand, but not gonna know today.
It's a tough decision a lot of the time.
The Pathfinder is just the least powerful out of all those cards. So I was like,
Yeah, it can do 1 more damage than Ezra can, but Ezra's ability is so good, and you deal more damage on defense as well, which is nice sometimes.
Yep. So you got an Ezra on table, which you got your own. Obviously, he's really good, but he doesn't threaten anything to me right now. So I'm just gonna go face.
It's the name of the game.
Both of my characters would die if I were to try and swing in, and that's not good.
Yeah, definitely
value.
not what you want to be doing as Sabine.
No, I just want to go face. I swing in with Greedo for 3. I don't know what you did. You
Uh,
passed,
I think I
probably.
passed.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it looks like you passed. I used Sabine's ability.
I don't know. I don't know why I passed. Because I thought maybe if you were going to play a unit in space, I wanted to be able to
A-wing or
attack it
something.
with Arc 170.
Yep. If I played an A-wing for sure.
Yeah. So I'm like thinking that, oh yeah, he's definitely got an A-wing in hand. Like he's got 2 resources left. It's the last thing he's going to play. So
Yeah.
that's why I'm holding Arc back. I think I end up not even attacking with it this turn, which feels really bad because I wanted to take initiative.
Yeah. I think that was probably bad for you.
I miss out on healing 1 is like the only part about that that's relevant. But healing 1,
can be
I don't know, sometimes matters.
impactful. Yeah. Especially when you do it over the course of the entire game if I play no space units.
It's just if you did have A-wing there, being able to hit it is worth way more.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's kind of just the calculus of what do I think you have and what's
so
the
like
option there.
if you swing in and then take initiative, you can still swing in and attack the A-wing first action.
That's true, but I wanted to be able to swing into it this turn and then kill it next turn.
Oh, it's got 3 health.
Yeah.
Yep. The arc only has 2.
Yep.
2 power, 2 strength.
I'm pretty sure I'm taking initiative because I want to be able to jet a city something.
I have a huge board at this point.
Ground advantage here that is definitely scary for Luke. Yeah, so there's the initiative.
Yeah, you take the initiative, so we just pass the next round. I think this might be a place where you make a pretty big mistake. I'm not sure. We're about to see.
Yeah.
But I think I definitely ink Dodonna here. I don't know if that's the right call because I could just play him.
Yeah, he's pretty good.
I don't have that many rebels.
Well, you've got the Spectre and Sabine, and you're flipping Sabine this turn. So he would add basically 3 attack to the board.
I think I end up playing the Fleet Lieutenant.
I kind of like it. I think you might do that actually. I can't remember.
I don't play Dodonna, I don't think, but maybe I do. Oh, I think you immediately take them out then. We're about to see.
Yeah. I'm forced to take out Dodonna instead of using my takedown on Sabine. I think that's what happens here. So yeah,
you get Greedo -4,
and then it gives you a chance to blank Ezra.
It's probably so. Is it better for you to swing in right there?
100%. Yeah, I definitely should have swung in first.
Take something out like the Braggart or something.
Yeah.
Because now your Ezra is nothing this round.
Yep. So that was a big misplay on my part. Just like bad sequencing, not realizing that you had that base as well, or just like not considering it. So it would have been much better. I probably should have hit Sabine. She's probably the most valuable character that you have
Sabine's
on the board.
Probably pretty good here too. Yeah, she provides a lot of value. The Braggart, you take no damage.
Actually, I couldn't attack Sabine because of her ability. So
yeah,
I think probably would have been Braggart or Greedo.
Yeah. So you swing in, heal 1. I take 2. We're not that far apart right now in health.
But at the end of this turn, I'm gonna have like like 5 health left.
Yep. So you pass. I deal the damage, and then I play Dodonna here.
Yeah.
I was free to attack with the Braggart because he's not a rebel or whatever it is.
Yeah, I feel like I have to do that.
And then you take him down. Yeah.
He's just so much value. I probably, instead of passing, I should have attacked with Ezra, even though he had 0 attack, and just to see what was on the top of my deck.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, for sure.
I don't know what other card I would have played, but it would have been a good, I don't know. It would have been good to have the option. Maybe there'd be a takedown on top of my deck that I could have played instead of.
I think I take out your Ezra here. You do do the attack for 0, just so you can see the top of your deck. You just did it late. You get rid of a wing leader. Yeah, probably a good call. Yeah. I think I take out Ezra here so that you can't do anything.
I think you do too. It's probably I think that's an interesting decision. It's like, do you push more damage to face or do you kill Ezra? I think because Ezra can't deal damage to you back, I think it's worth it.
Yeah, because I don't lose
anything. Such a good position next turn.
Especially since Sabine lets me split the damage and do 1 to base, and then the spec force is exactly 2 to be able to take them out. So I'm still getting value on base. I'm losing 4, but you also can't defeat anything on my turn.
Yeah.
Or on the next round, because unless you have ambush. And now I have just this giant board and a red 3 in hand.
Yeah. Even if I play Chewbacca here, which is maybe like the best thing that I could drop, it feels like it's not enough.
Yeah. Let's see. You go first. What was that? Oh, you
I scooped there.
You scooped. You're like, yeah,
Didn't
this
have
is
anything that could stop the
GG.
onslaught.
Yeah, I had a lot of damage right there presented.
That was super explosive. You got so many units out so quickly. I wasn't able to deal with a single one of your units. I mean, part of that was, being bad and playing Ezra poorly in that first round, or the I guess turn 3. But I don't think it really would have made a huge difference in the end. You just had way too much pressure that game.
Yeah, I think swinging in before using the Jeddah City probably would have gave you a little bit more, but I don't know if it would have mattered.
It would have, if I hit Greedo, it would have stopped like 6 damage over the course of those 2 turns. But yeah, it probably still wasn't enough. You had so much pressure, and I wasn't able to really mount any kind of resistance on my side.
Yeah, so I have a pretty gas hand right here because I have two A-Wings. I have a 1-cost Greedo, so if I go like A-Wing turn 1, I could go A-Wing and Greedo turn 2. And just like have a huge board. So I get rid of the Partisan. I think he gives another red thing. Okay, maybe I don't. Maybe I get rid of one. I don't remember.
This was a really interesting hand. Yeah, like
this one was hard to choose. I remember it specifically. I couldn't decide what I wanted to do. Sabine, I felt like might have been like the weakest in my hand in terms of like going face, especially if I don't keep Greedo or get Greedo out. But I don't remember. What would you ink here?
Yeah, let me pause this for a second and think about it. So I would be really tempted to go A-Wing red 3, but is Partisan plus Sabine and Greedo like better? That's really tough. Okay, so if you want to push the maximum amount of damage possible, you can play it like A-Wing plus red 3 is 4 damage on turn 2. If you play Partisan Insurgent plus Sabine and Greedo, or A-Wing and Greedo, it's only 3 damage, but then you have more damage potentially on the following turn. On turn 3, if you play A-Wing and red 3, if you go that line, you have 4 damage on turn 2, and then 7 damage on turn 3, plus Sabine. Well, you're always going to have Sabine, but Partisan, Sabine, and Greedo would be 3 plus 3 is 6. Plus another 3 is 9. So you have more damage if you went wider, but it's a bit more vulnerable depending on what I do. I don't know. I think the Luke deck doesn't have that many good early game ground units. So I think playing in ground is like totally fine. I think that's probably the better way.
I also feel like going wide is just better right now because of cards like Takedown and stuff.
Yeah.
There's not a lot of like wide removal cards. So yeah, being able to just play a bunch of 1 and 2 costs feels really good. So yeah, I end up inking Sabine because if I'm gonna play something turn 3, I figured I'd want to play red 3, but I think I ink red 3 as well because
interesting. Okay, you ink Greedo, or you resource Greedo. So
is that what I lock in?
You're probably playing Partisan here.
So I'm going A-Wing red 3 or Partisan red 3. And you play your Arc 170. So I think now I decide I'm going to go Partisan into
it's sort of another thing that's like kind of feels weird about going first into aggro is that you get to dodge with like wherever I play.
Yeah. So I think that's what happened is I was going to go A-Wing red 3 and then you played that, so I swapped it up and went Partisan.
Yeah. So yeah, I wonder. I think that is a good idea though, to keep like a 2-cost space and a 2-cost ground unit when you're going second, so that you can just play in whichever arena your opponent's not.
Yeah. I lucked up and drew into a Greedo, so I could still go Greedo A-Wing if I wanted to.
Which is better than red 3, I think, because red 3 doesn't buff the Partisan. You resourced. Here, let me go back real quick. Hopefully that didn't go back too far.
So right here, I draw.
you
double
drew all 3
Greedo.
Greedos in the top.
Okay. Yep. So I resourced the Greedo.
All right, so I'm hitting you for 2, I guess. I don't know why I did that.
Yeah, that was foolish.
I should have waited.
That was foolish of you, young Skywalker.
I wonder what was in my hand that I felt the need to do that.
I have no idea, but I was like, all right, I'm safe to play my A-Wing then.
Yeah.
So I played it out.
Yeah, I should have passed probably just have Ezra or something.
And Partisan, he gives another red. Yeah.
Okay, that was why. I still should have held it back probably, but I do get to take it out with Falcon.
Yep, that felt bad. Luckily, I got a
I
Greedo.
wonder, like, do you still play that next action if I don't attack with Arc 170?
I probably still play. I might play Greedo first.
Yeah. All right, so we're on to the next round. Is this the game that I forget to pay for Falcon? Probably is.
I think so, but also with Falcon and that, I'm like, all right, dumping
Yeah, you're
all
like,
of
I'm
my
never
space
going into
units.
space.
So I think I get rid of like Red 3 or A-Wing here, and then Wing Leader's really good, and Braggart's good for me because I'll be at 4, be able to play both of those. I'm like, yeah, this Millennium Falcon is chunky. What am I gonna do about that? Nothing. I'm just gonna go ground.
Yeah, I think I'm deciding whether or not to pay for it. I think I have Takedown in my hand, and it's like, do I pay to keep Falcon out, or do I play Takedown and take out Sabine?
I think you pick Falcon up.
Yeah.
Well, we're about to see.
I think I do too. Yeah.
You pick Falcon up, heal 1.
I figure I can play it later maybe and put a shield
I
in it.
ask you, this is what we're doing. You have to, because you have initiative, you have to resource first. So you decide if you're taking Falcon back.
Mm-hmm.
And then I decided what I was going to resource.
Based on whether or not Falcon is there anymore. Yeah.
I think I still resource the A-Wing anyway.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think it really mattered for me.
Yeah, you want to play the one cost alongside one of the 3 costs. So
yeah.
And this gives you more flexibility.
You immediately swing in again.
Yeah. I guess maybe passing is better there.
I'm definitely not passing on my turn.
You're not.
I have too much stuff. So you're free to pass without worrying.
Yeah, I probably passed here. Oh, I think I'm gonna use Jeddah City just to like prevent a little bit of damage, even though it seems like that's not worth doing after I've played with Jeddah City a lot more since this game. I feel like you need to use Jeddah City when you can get a trade in.
Yeah. Yep. You do Jeddah City on Greedo.
Yeah.
Greedo got hit both times with it.
Yeah. Greedo eating the 25 health base ability.
Oh, Red 3 does nothing for me here either because I have no heroic characters.
Yeah.
But Wing Leader comes in clutch.
Yeah. Wing Leader's super, super nice. I'd be tempted to like flip Sabine and then Wing Leader Sabine, but like you know that you know that a takedown's coming.
Yeah. Yep. So I was like, well, I'm just gonna buy my time until either I can use all my stuff, and then you have to take down as your last action. And I take initiative.
Yeah.
And you don't do it. You waylay with my resources.
Takedown. That feels like
I think you probably did, but you're getting just so much value there, right? Like.
Yeah, but I'm committing myself then to playing takedown next turn, and I have nothing to play alongside that. Whereas if I waylay next turn, if I take down this turn, waylay next turn, at least I have 2 resources to do something with. I think that's probably better.
I think I make a misplay here. I think I do something before I attack with Wing Leader, and then you just get a free Wing Leader kill. And I should have had 2. It would have been 2 extra damage for me. I resourced a Red 3 because I have 1. I guess I have 2 out now. I have 1 in hand, but I also only have 2 heroic characters out now.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean that's not terrible value, but I almost think because I have 5 resources here, I almost think you play Red 3 in a 2 cost, but I also think playing 2 costs here is just as good.
Yeah, being able to play Partisan Insurgent into ground where I'm not really like
there it is
contesting. Yeah,
the takedown.
Okay, you did come in with the 2 damage from Wing Leader,
and then you take out Wing Leader.
Yeah, but you've still got 5 damage at least. I think you probably Red 3 Partisan Insurgent. At least that's what I would do.
You're not playing any creatures probably,
yeah,
so
I'm
free to swing in as well if I wanted to.
I don't think it's worth playing Surprise Strike at this moment.
No,
you can always do it next turn. I guess if you're worried about me having like Obi-Wan next turn, maybe pushing that is decent. You could push that and then play Red 3. Figure that you're going to hit for another 3 with Red 3 next turn.
Comes Red 3 and the Partisan.
Nice.
And then we pass.
Nah, yeah, Leia's clutch.
Yeah, I think here I decide I'm not resourcing anything. I'm staying at 5.
Yeah.
Yeah. exhausting Luke
Going
is
to
really
6
good.
resources is the same as keeping all the cards in your hand because you can only play 2 anyway.
Yeah, exactly. So no reason to resource anything. There's the
Okay, I got
Chewy.
the Sentinel.
There's the Chewy. We definitely give him -4 this turn. This was the turn that I had to make some weird math, but yeah, we end up Jetta citying
Yeah, it feels
Chewy at some
so
point,
powerful.
especially with how big he is.
Yep. And it just
Right here,
completely
my daughter
negates.
comes in. I had to tell her we're recording. Right here, it's gonna take me a minute to figure out what I want to do. I'm like, ugh,
Yeah.
this big Chewbacca. So I swing him with a red 3 for sure. Get that value in before he's dead.
Yeah.
You give Chewie the shield. What would be really good here is if I had a Spec Ops guy or something.
That would be game over.
Yeah, so we give Chewie the -4. You bring Luke on out, and I'm like, here we go. Let's play Leia. Because you would get so if I didn't have Leia here, it'd be a lot different. Getting 2 shields on Chewie without any saboteurs out.
Yeah. Yeah. You wouldn't be able to actually even kill Chewie.
It would be a lot harder for me to win this game if I didn't have Leia here.
Yeah.
Leia not saying non-leader unit is really good.
Yeah. She's so powerful. Yeah.
I think that
massive.
won the game.
Absolutely massive.
You swing in, you get your heal. You're healing up.
Didn't hit red 3 because I would die if I did.
Yeah, there's no reason. I mean, you heal at least.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I think here I take the shield off with somebody. Doesn't matter. The braggart probably doesn't matter.
I think it has to be braggart because Chewbacca has 6 health, so you need to deal 6 damage to it.
Yeah, but the partisan on attack gives +2 raid, right?
Yeah. So partisan surgeon and Greedo like give you that 6 damage, but if you did it the other way, you'd only have 5 basically.
What's partisan's base stat? 1
1.
4.
1 4, and then it gets raid 2 with another red character.
Itself gets raid 2. Okay, yep. And that's what we ended up doing, taking out Chewie.
Yep.
Luke was exhausted.
Yeah, now you've got a massive wide board.
I only gotta do 9 damage, and I have a surprise strike in hand, and I have
Yep.
a spec force officer now. So if you played another Chewie, it wouldn't matter.
Yep. Yeah, you're in a really good spot here.
Think I'm locked in.
Yeah, I don't even know what what I could have done in this situation. I don't think anything. Like I can take out partisan insurgent or something like that, but you still have like well more than enough damage.
Yeah, and there's no way you could like account for me having Leia.
Yeah.
The Azuk, that's a good card.
Yeah. Azutuk into red 3 is pretty nice, but I'm facing down
Not enough.
too much because you just need to deal 3 damage to me basically, and then a surprise strike kills me.
Yeah, and I think that's the math I was doing in my head. Was like, and then so if you heal 1,
yeah, you get to use Sabine's ability. Yeah, you have like I don't know 6 or 7 more damage than you need here.
Yeah, unless you had something that does mass removal, it was GG.
Yeah, especially with that Spec Force Soldier in hand. It would have been nice to get Obi-Wan down, but then it would have felt real bad to to lose Sentinel there.
I think you even had Obi-Wan, but opted for the Azutuk ship. I don't know. I don't remember.
Yeah,
but this game's over.
Yep. Yeah, here I'll fast forward to the final blow.
Surprise strike.
The surprise strike right into my hand. Man, all right. So that was our best of 3, which was only a best of 2 because Sabine just absolutely wrecked Luke's face.
She's good. She's good. So she's 2-0.
Yep.
2-0.
So far, Sabine is undefeated.
Let's see if we can change that, Coach.
Well, we'll keep trying. Basically, in this series of videos, we're gonna switch off who plays Sabine and just gonna throw decks at each other and see what can or cannot beat this very fast Sabine deck. One other thing to note is that this Sabine deck didn't even have some of the most recently revealed cards that make her even better, like K2 and For a Cause and maybe one other card, but you'll see those in future games, and it is real.
Yeah, it's super good. Real good.
So hopefully everybody enjoyed watching that, and let us know if you like this type of video, and we'll see you guys on the next one.
Bye.